Were we originally told that the 911 call was at 11 or 11:56? Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Swamp Rose, and this video features adult content. It is for research, criticism, analysis, reaction, and commentary. Please do your own research and form your own opinions. I would love to know what you think, so please comment below. So if you don't know what to comment below, just go ahead and comment your favorite true crime hashtag and start a conversation. We're a great community and we'd love to hear what you have to say. So with that, let's begin. So this tip was given to me by Mikey S. It's another one of those WTF moments that we keep stumbling into in this case. So this originally aired on November 22nd, 2022. Time goes on. The 911 call is still not released. And that just causes a lot of questions. So we're just going to now add this to what is probably a dozen different anomalies before the 911 call that we've reported on this channel. But as time goes by and the 911 call, it has not been released, it just keeps going into contradicting facts. So maybe we'll understand all of this when the trial comes. So there's probably an explanation of the way things are presenting themselves. Early on, from day one, people were saying that the 911 call was at 11. On day 3, Fry held a press conference stating that the 911 call came in at noon. And again, no 911 call released to clear this up. But we were also told that a surviving roommate was rushed to the hospital. So somebody finally found reporting of this 11 a.m., which seems to have been kind of scrubbed from the internet. So before I say any more, I'm just going to play you this soundbite.
In Idaho, as authorities try to figure out who murdered 4 college students as they slept in their beds. I'm Anjanette Levy, and welcome to Law and Crime Sidebar Podcast. We are taking a closer look at that tragic murder investigation that is underway in Idaho. This is where 4 college students were stabbed in their beds a little bit more than a week ago. Ethan Chapin, Kaylee Goncalves, Xana Cornodal, and Madison Mogan were found stabbed to death just before 11 a.m. on Sunday, November 13th. All 4 students had been out for the night before, but police said that they've been working on the timeline, and they've been able to determine that all of those students, the 4, were home by 1:45 in the morning. So they've really established a timeline here. And then that 911 call was placed at 11 a.m. So just about 9 hours later. So it's a real mystery. In the morning. So they've really established a timeline here. And then that 911 call was placed at 11 a.m. So just about 9 hours later. So it's a real mystery. And it's pretty disturbing what happened to these college students.
So what this video says is true, that some of the contradictions we've been reporting on could just be that the wrong time got relayed to us. The police are under no obligation to tell us the truth when there's an open investigation and they're looking for a perpetrator. There could have been a reason why they told us noon. We don't know. And again, if you weren't following this case from day one, it's not something you probably would have picked up on by day 3. Just like the surviving roommate being rushed to the hospital. And by the way, I heard about that story from A.R. Hayes and Unfiltered Lucky. Speaking of which, let me go ahead and show you that soundbite. Before I am, just to back up this report, you're going to hear Kaylee's friend, Katie. And then after that, we're going to hear 2 more sound bites from mainstream media. We're going to hear another soundbite, which Tell It to L captured. So I thought Mikey's reporting was excellent, and I actually have a few sound bites from mainstream media that can back him up. And I will make sure to link below the creators that provided these sound bites so you can go check out their channels too.
Not panic, you know. And I remember texting Kaylee. and see if she was okay. She obviously didn't ever respond. It was in the morning.
And doing everything they can, including talking to neighbors. I talked to some neighbors who live nearby here too, John, a few hours ago. They told me something that was pretty interesting. We've been talking about that backsliding door so much, but the front door, I'm told by a neighbor who walked by that morning, who was coming back to his apartment, was wide open around 8:39 a.m. He told me that he gave that information to investigators, but we hadn't heard too much about that front door. And around 8:39 a.m. would have been a pretty good amount of time before police ever got the call that those students were dead inside. John.
And this was the press release from Chief Fry after he found out about the door. And then this is the news report, which I heard about from Unfiltered Lucky.
On Good Morning Northwest, tragedy on the U of I campus. 4 students dead, another in the hospital. The new information we're learning and the questions we're hoping to be answered. On Good Morning Northwest, tragedy on the U of I campus.
4 students dead, another in the hospital.
The new information we're learning and the questions we're hoping to be answered.
Okay, so I wanted to pause here on this. I wanted to pause here on these 2 screenshots. So this woman is a reporter for WXLY, and these are her text messages on the left, where she says, "Damn, you're right. We did not include that in our story." And then the second text message says, "It's just awful." And then the third one says, "Another student in the hospital. It's one of the many pieces that the police aren't talking about." So I would love to know what you think. What do you make of this? Do you think that this is just an oversight in reporting? Do you think the police put the gag order down and they owe us no explanations and we'll figure all this out at trial? Let me know in the comments. And thank you for watching, and I hope peace is your journey today.